Hey y'all, welcome back to Seeing Blind. If we have not yet met, hey, my name is Cindy and I want to welcome you to my community here on Seeing Blind. Today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite dessert recipes. It is so crazy, ridiculously easy. I know I posted a dessert recipe a few months back, but guys, this one is so much easier than my no-bake cookies. Like, anyone can do this. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys today. I want to give a huge thank you and props to my big sister. She is the founder and creator of this recipe. She's the master chef of our family, and if I just had like 1 ounce of her talent and skill in the kitchen, it would be so awesome. I think she stumbled upon this recipe while she was making or trying to make something else and discovered this, and next thing you know, the whole family just makes this. She calls it fluff. So this is all about fluff, okay? I'm going to tell you a little bit about the recipe before we jump into the process. Number 1, we're talking 4 ingredients, guys, just 4. And they're really common ingredients that you can find in any store, okay? Number 2, little cleanup. I mean, there's no cooking, there's no baking to this recipe. Again, like a super win-win-win right there. So you just have a mixing bowl, and if you're choosing to be a little fancy, you're gonna, serve out of something that's more nice and elegant and worried about presentation, then you will also have your serving dish. That is it, guys, okay? Super easy cleanup. The third thing I want to mention is it takes less than 5 minutes to prep and actually make, because you're just mixing these ingredients together and done. That's it. Less than 5 minutes, which this visually impaired mom with a 2 and a 4-year-old, like 5 minutes is about all I can take these days in the kitchen anyway, before I'm like, ah. The last thing I want to bring to your all's attention about this recipe is 2 of the 4 ingredients are actually healthy. It's kind of difficult to get my kids to eat these ingredients just on their own. So by putting them in this dessert, I know it's incorporated into their diet, and if they ask for a little bit extra, hey, I'm okay with it, because it's not overly sweet, it's not overly rich, we're not adding tons of sugar or anything like that to this recipe. It just makes for a really great family dessert. With that being said, I do like to get my daughter involved in this recipe. As a visually impaired mom, I do treasure those activities and recipes that are not visually frustrating for me, and so I can really enjoy preparing and creating something in the kitchen with my daughter. You might be on the flip side of our situation. You might be the sighted parent with a visually impaired child, and for the same reasons, guys, this recipe should be great for your family as well, to help introduce some of the basics to your visually impaired child with a great success, yummy dish to show them at the end, okay? So without further ado, let's get into the process of making fluff. To make fluff, you're going to need the following items: a mixing bowl, which the mixture is actually going to end up being white, so I am choosing a dark red mixing bowl to help with color contrast. For more tips, tricks, and hacks like this in the kitchen, I'll put my links to my kitchen videos down below that mention using contrasting colors like this. So the other thing that you may use, which is optional, is a separate serving dish. If you are kind of trying to be a little more upscale fancy and want to serve it out of a nice dish, you'll want to have that one put aside and ready for later. As far as the ingredients go, here's what you'll need. 1 of the small boxes of Jello orange mix, so just the kind of powdery orange Jello mix, and you'll want the small box of it. I think it's like 0.3 or 0.3. If I could see it, I would tell you, but I think it's something like that. You're also going to need the round Cool Whip container here. I'm not sure what the amount is in here, but I mean, it's just your traditional round Cool Whip container. If you're wanting to cut some calories here, guys, you can use the low sugar or low fat versions of those 2 products. That's all of the yummy goodness this recipe requires. The next 2 are the healthy ones, so let me show you what those are. You're gonna need 2 cans of the mandarin oranges sliced. And so just any kind of canned mandarin orange, 2 cans, followed by, oh, this is the kind of oddball ingredient, guys. I never saw this coming when my sister told me about this, but give it a chance. It's one of those love-hate products, cottage cheese. I know. If you don't like cottage cheese, don't wig out on me too much. Give it a try. You don't taste it too much in the recipe. It does give it a really good, nice texture though. So just work with it, okay? Give it a try, give it a chance. Cottage cheese, I usually like Brookstone, that's my favorite, but use whatever you can get. I got substituted, as you can see. This is not the typical container that cottage cheese comes in. It's usually that smaller, like round container. And they gave me 4 of these yogurt style kind of containers, you know, just 4 little individual things, but I'm hoping the proportions should work out just fine. And now let's switch over to my red mixing bowl and I'll show you the tips and tricks on how to mix all of these together to make some yummy, delicious fluff. All right, friends, so I just opened my can of mandarin orange and you can see there's still a lot of liquid in there. So I'm gonna go drain these in the sink really quick. And I use the top that the top of the can that I just opened, and I'll just push it all the way down, really squeezing as much of the excess juice in the can. And that's sort of the trick. You don't want too much extra moisture and liquid inside the dish. So my top of the can is just down there, and I will pull that out. Dump my first can of oranges, and I'll do that again for the second one. Okay, come here. You can add the second orange can. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Take the can. There you go, and put it in. Good job. Okay, that's our second can of mandarin orange. I'm gonna throw that away. Next.
Can I add one too?
Yes, you may. Can you go get a spoon, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you. All right, guys, sometimes the cottage cheese also has some extra liquid in it as well. So I am just double checking these little containers right here and just really making sure, kind of feeling around, making sure there's no extra liquid inside the containers. Baby girl, can you come here, take the spoon, and we're going to dig in there and pull it all out. Okay, can you do that? Can you help? Good job. Can you get it? Give it a good little shake. Is it out yet? No, stir it back up in there, get it all loose. There we go. Is it all out?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, we're gonna do that with all the rest of them, okay? All right, guys, so I've mixed up our oranges and our cottage cheese. We're gonna go with the Cool Whip next.
I want the Cool Whip.
Yeah? The beautiful thing about this recipe is you don't really have to go in any particular order. You know, you can just, okay, now take the spoon and plop all that in there. Can you get it? So I usually like to have my Cool Whip in the freezer. And this one's been in the refrigerator, I think, by accident. Here, let me help. Whoa, so it's really kind of a lot easier if you take it out of the freezer because it comes out in just one big, nice, solid clump. Which this is kind of extra messy, isn't it, baby girl?
Yep.
Okay, let me see the spoon real quick. Get that last bit out. Then I'm gonna have you stir it up for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, our last final ingredient, the magic here, of course, is the orange Jell-O mix. So I'm gonna open this up. And sweetie, can you pour all of this in while I stir?
Oh, all of that.
Yep, this whole little bag right here. I'm gonna open it up for you.
In
Okay.
the trash can?
No, I want you to put it into our red bowl here.
Okay.
Okay, can you dump that in? Yeah, good job. Is all in? Give it a good shake. There we go. Good job. Okay, can you throw that away for me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, guys, just give it a good stir. We're gonna mix all of this together. The beautiful thing about this recipe is it really also lends itself to some great creativity. So for this I'm gonna actually keep going and add a little bit of fruit cocktail to this mix. I did that last time and I really liked the extra little flair that the fruit cocktail gave it. So get creative. I'd love to hear what you guys do with this. Really give it a good mix. I will show you a picture here at the end, what it looks like when it's all mixed up together. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Remember to give me a thumbs up if so. I would love to hear your experience with this recipe in the comment section below. Do you think you're gonna give it a try or not? All right, I'm gonna keep stirring this up, and then I'm gonna put up a picture here in just a bit showing you what it should look like at the very end. Otherwise, guys, you all take care. Thank you so much for watching. Blessings to you and yours. Bye.